labour market is a market where labour resources are sold in exchange for work. Unlike other markets, it's not the firms that are doing the supplying, but the consumer. Businesses are demanding resources that will enable them to produce their goods and services. This is what we call a derived demand. And by this we mean that the firm is employing labour resources as a consequence of the demand for its goods and services. The labour resources that firms demand are not a standard commodity. One size does not fit all. A firm will require specific skills to produce its goods and services. Skills are a key driver of labour productivity and have a strong link with national economic performance. For an advanced economy like the UK, the availability of relevant skills allows industry to develop in line with its strategic direction. Throughout the recession, we have seen, not surprisingly, that those with higher skills and qualifications are more likely to stay employed and have substantially higher earning prospects. This reinforces the critical role that skills play in an individual's probability of employment. We have also seen that highly qualified people have supplanted candidates in lower skilled occupations in order to secure a position on the employment ladder. Increasing skill levels by providing more investment in education and training improves a country's economic potential. Not only is this beneficial to the individual, but significant benefits accrue for the wider economy through increased productivity. However, the skills available in the labour market need to be the right skills. If the supply of skills is not well matched to employer needs, there will be inefficiencies and lost opportunities for growth. Skills also need to be used effectively in the workplace in order to turn potential into actual performance and enable firms to pursue higher value-added activities that will ultimately contribute to improved economic performance. Adequate skills supply for some jobs is currently reliant on migration, which indicates another form of labour market mismatch. Migrants occupy both high skills and low skilled jobs in the UK and also tend to be more highly qualified than the UK-born population. Our future economic performance depends on employers both investing in and using skills effectively in the workplace in order to turn potential into improved performance and productivity. Employers invest where they recognise opportunities for their business to reach new customers, improve the quality and value of their offerings, or increase their efficiency. During the recession, businesses adopted short-term strategies and the investment in skills was reduced. Historically, a graph showing highly skilled, intermediate skills and low-skill work groups would show a gentle curve. Currently, and projections suggest this will continue, intermediate-level jobs are declining as a proportion of all jobs. This decline has a hollowing effect on the labour market. With the middle management stroke intermediate level jobs being depleted, the stepping stones to the higher levels are removed, making progress to the senior roles more challenging. This presents a problem, as the experience gained in these intermediate jobs is an entry requirement to the senior level positions. By 2020, the largest share of job openings are projected to be in the high-skilled and low-skilled jobs, further contributing to the hollowing of the labour market. To help resolve this issue, employers and policymakers will need to devise ways to help aspiring workers to retrain so that they can jump the gaps across sectors and scale job ladders. The UK is currently experiencing declining employer investment in skills and falling performance relative to its international competitors. As this trend progresses, the UK will have a dwindling pool of high and intermediate level skilled resources and therefore become less attractive to expanding businesses. Failure to address persistent pockets of skills shortages could hinder the UK's future economic competitiveness. Another factor affecting the local labour market is that information and communication technologies are making it increasingly easy for employers to engage in complex supply chains that cross national boundaries. Here, we see firms seeking out the expertise they need and procuring products and services from other countries. This is evidenced by the success of the recently floated Alibaba.com, whose business is connecting Chinese manufacturers with foreign firms. An efficient economy with high employment requires a flexible and responsive skills development mechanism designed to meet current and future economic requirements. People will need to engage much more in seeking out and interpreting labour market information, so that they can then make informed decisions about their education and employment. Further and higher education institutions will need to adapt their curricula to meet the changing employer demands for skills. Policymakers and education providers have an important role to play in providing guidance on the skills needed to meet the resource demands of business, and also articulating the rewards that can be expected from investing in further and higher education. The largest unemployment group is the under-25s. To improve this group's chances of employment, we need to increase young people's exposure to the world of work. In Austria, they start vocational training at the age of 14, and Austria has one of the lowest unemployment rates in Europe. Involving students in work experience placements, part-time jobs and sandwich courses will provide entry-level resources with the necessary previous employment experience that secures them full-time employment. Individuals will also need to take more responsibility for investing in and developing their own skill sets.